to tell you about a particular shell that's so rare. If you discover it by shelling, you get your picture placed in the local newspaper. I'll pass this shell around for you to look at so you can identify it when you're shelling on the island. Sanibel Island is a barrier island located on the southwest coast of Florida. It was originally inhabited by the Calusa Indians around 1500. Ponce de Leon landed there in 1513. The island is only 12 miles long. Sanibel Island is the #1 shelling beach in the state of Florida, and it's the #3 shelling beach in the world. The island is actually made out of seashells. The best time to shell is at low tide or right after a storm. The storm drives the shells on the beach, and generally the smaller shells are found around the lighthouse area on the south end of the beach, and the larger shells are discovered around the north end of the beach. So if you're going to go shelling, there are some necessities to bring. According to SanibelIsland.com, you'll need some sunscreen for your skin, sunglasses for your eyes, and for the best shelling, you'll need a bucket or a net bag to keep your shells in. A net scoop for trying to capture the pretty shells that you saw to keep them from rolling back into the Gulf waters. Comfortable shoes will protect your feet and prevent fatigue. These items are cheaper if you don't buy them on the island. Pontoon boats are available to rent by the day or the half day. You may canoe some of the back waters. If you're an avid fisherman, buy some live shrimp, head out to the narrow inlet where the bay meets the Gulf, set the anchor near the mouth, and hook up the shrimp on the line and be prepared to instantly pull in some fish. There are size restrictions on many of these fish, but they're fun and abundant to catch. Once you return from the pontoon boat or from canoeing, prepare to take a ride down Periwinkle Way to the 1884 Point Wandor Lighthouse. Photo opportunities here are bountiful. The National Wildlife Refuge and Bird Sanctuary are also nearby. I've stayed at the Sanibel Siesta. I've also stayed at the Blue Dolphin, which is directly on the beach. Prices are about $500 for 3 days. According to SanibelCaptiva.org, seashells come in 2 major types. The gastropod has a single shell and includes such species as conchs and whelks. Bivalves, such as clams, cockles, and scallops, live within 2 hinge shells. Some shells have strange names: turkey wings, murex, tulips, coquinas, and the most famous and the rarest of all, the junonia. Once you've gathered these many pastel-type shells, you'll want to clean them. Take a small pair of tweezers to remove the unwanted pieces of other shells from yours. Clean the shells outside, not in your sink, because the sand in the shells could destroy your garbage disposal. After cleaning, use a Q-tip and mineral oil to put a shine on the shell and enhance its colors. Sand dollars are different. You may collect them, but first you have to turn them over to make sure they're not alive. On the underside, they have little centipede feet. Gently touch them with your finger and see if they move. If they move, they're alive and you have to return them to the water. If they do not move, then you found an island treasure. To go fishing, Florida residents pay $17 a year to fish in freshwater or saltwater. Non-Florida residents can buy a 3-day or a 7-day license for under $30. If you're age 65 or older, the license is free. If you're disabled, the license is free. There are many crafts that you can make from shells, and you can find many of those at the island gift shops. These include picture frames, collages, lamps, coffee tables, toilet seats, and other displays. Some of the larger shells may be used for paperweights or single display items. On the island itself, the seashell shops offer plastic and glass containers that you can fill with the shells you found. You may not collect any live shells. That's against the law. They must be returned to the water. Many live shells have small bivalve creatures living inside. You can easily distinguish from the live ones and the dead ones. You can collect any shells that are empty. Now this is the shell I found that gets your picture in the paper. I just found a piece. You'll have to find the whole. However, in this display, you can see where we found a large piece of one. Sanibel Island, Florida. I'll see you later.